Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. These are the highlights from the earlier game between the Cubs and Mets. We are here in the top of the sixth inning of a 0-0 game. Yu Darvish making his first start back off the disabled list with a 1-1 count. And there's a ground ball single into right field. Nimmo goes to first. The runner on first advances all the way to third. And the Mets have second and third and 2 outs here in the top of the sixth inning. We advance now to the bottom of the sixth inning. We have Javier Baez batting against Michael Wacha with a 3-1 count. And Baez ropes one into left field for a base hit. Baez is going to stop at first, and he is going to have a single to lead off the Cubs half of the sixth. Jason Heyward now batting. Baez still on first. Mets leading 1-0. And Heyward knocks a base hit into right field. Baez rounding second. He is going to head all the way to third. The throw goes to third, and Baez is safe standing up. He goes first to third on the Heyward single, and the Cubs have runners on the corners and nobody out. 0-2 count now to Danny Santana of the Cubs. Here's the pitch from Wacha. Ooh, that was strike 3 called. There's a check swing. And the umpire says he went around. So Wacha is now going to pitch to Kris Bryant with 1 out, a full count. Runners on the corners. Wacha with the pitch. Bryant takes low and away to draw the walk. That will load the bases as Heyward heads down to second. And Michael Ozuna is going to come up to bat. He has a 3-0 count with the bases loaded and 1 out. Wacha still pitching here in the bottom of the sixth. And Ozuna takes low and away for ball 4. That is going to tie the game at 1 as the bases loaded walk forces in a run. Now Travis Shaw is going to bat. Bases still loaded. Another full count from Wacha. 1 out. And here comes the payoff pitch. Inside again, ball 4. Shaw draws the walk, forces in a second run. The Cubs have now taken the lead 2-1 in the bottom of the sixth inning. 4 walks for Wacha in this game. I think that would get Fozzie Bear very confused. Contreras now is going to bat. 2-1, 1 out. Bases still loaded. Contreras waiting for the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. That's going to get down. 1 run is in. Another run is coming around third, and he is going to be out at home. That is Kris Bryant trying to score from second base on the Contreras single, but he is thrown out at home. Very nice throw there by Brandon Nimmo. So the Cubs now have 1 out. Jason Heyward is the batter. Baez standing on first. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 3-1 Cub lead. And Heyward waiting for the 3-1 pitch. And that's a line drive down the left field line. Heyward is going for extra bases. He rounds first, heading for second. Baez is going to come around to score. He's rounding third, and he gets home safely. And that is now a 4-1 Cub lead. Credit Jason Heyward with the RBI double to extend the Cubs lead. Now, Birdie is on in the 8th inning with 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs hanging on to a 4-1 lead. 3-0 count to Brandon Nimmo. Here's the pitch from Birdie. And that is ball 4 low. Birdie walks him to load the bases. And now Conforto is going to bat with a full count and the bases loaded, 2 outs. Cubs trying desperately to get out of this top of the 8th inning. And here's the pitch. And that's another walk. That is ball 4. I guess the Cubs decided if the Mets can do it, then we can too. So the bases are still loaded. The Mets now trail 4-2. Birdie is going to pitch to Pete Alonso with 2 outs and 3 men on. First pitch to Alonso. Here it comes. And that's a line drive into the left field gap. That is going to drive in 2 runs. Alonso's heading for extra bases. He is going to stop at second with a double. And this game is tied at 4. Birdie has blown the save, and the Mets have rallied with 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning. Birdie now pitching to McNeil, just trying to escape this inning with a tie. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs. And there's a grounder to first. Shaw has it. Steps on the bag, and that retires the Mets in the top of the 8th. Well, 3 runs will tie this game. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 4-4 tie. Contreras now batting for the Cubs. 1-1 is the count. 1 out against Dellin Betances. And he knocks one into center field. That is going to be lightly hit, but over the second baseman's head, and that will be a single for Wilson Contreras. And Jason Kipnis will now bat. Kipnis from the left side with a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kipnis heads back to the dugout as he is retired on the strikeout. Tauschman now batting. He is pinch hitting in this situation from the left side against the righty Betances. 1-2 count with 2 outs. And he hits one hard to center field, but that is not going to be deep enough. On the warning track, the catch is made to end the 8th inning. Well, the Cubs threaten, but they do not score. We go to the top of the 9th inning of a 4-4 tie. Iglesias now is on the mound, pitching to J.D. Davis with a 1-ball count. Top of the 9th inning, tie score. Iglesias looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Weak grounder to first. Iglesias actually fields it, flips to Shaw, which retires the first out of the inning. With 2 outs now and a 2-2 count, Lowry is going to bat. Jed Lowry is pinch hitting. He's coming up in this situation for the Mets to try to untie this game, and he's going to hit a liner to right, which a very alert Hayward is going to react and make that catch for out number 3. We go now to the bottom of the 9th of a 4-4 tie. 1-2 count to Baez. Betances still pitching his second inning of work. And Baez swings and misses for strike 3. That is the first out of the 9th inning. Big curveball there from Betances. 3-0 count now to Hayward with 1 out. And Hayward waiting for the pitch. And he draws the walk. The pitch was low. Hayward heads down to first. And Betances has just put the potential winning run on base. Daniel Zamora now will pitch for the Mets. He'll face Danny Santana with a 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner on first. And here comes the pitch. That's a grounder to third. The throw goes to first, and that'll be 2 outs. On the fielder's choice, Hayward is going to advance to second. Chris Bryant now batting. The potential winning run out on second base. 1-2 count to Bryant. 2 outs. Zamora coming to the plate. And he swings and misses for strike 3. The Cubs do not score. We go to the 10th inning as we're going to get some extra baseball today. In the top of the 10th inning, we see Iglesias pitching to Yoenis Cespedes with a 3-0 count, leading off the 10th. And Iglesias, he walks him with ball 4. That was way outside, and Cespedes heads down to first. Rosario now is going to bat. The Mets shortstop comes up with a 1-strike count, and that is hit pretty hard. Hayward has to go back, but he does make the catch. That was over his head. However, because Hayward had his back to the infield, Cespedes is able to tag up and head over to third. I believe he stole second base at some point in that sequence. So now Brandon Nimmo is batting with a 2-strike count, 1 out. Cespedes on third. And Iglesias trying to get out of the inning. That is called for strike 3. Nimmo just shakes his head and heads back to the dugout. Conforto now batting with a 1-strike count, 2 outs. Go ahead run on third. Iglesias with the pitch. Grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and the Mets are retired in the top of the 10th. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning of a 4-4 tie. Ozuna is going to lead off against Diaz. New Mets pitcher Edwin Diaz here in the bottom of the 10th inning. 1-2 count to Ozuna. Diaz with the pitch. That is strike 3 called, and Ozuna is not happy about it. He thought that was outside. Contreras now batting with a 2-1 count and 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th inning. Here it comes. Grounder to short. The throw goes to first, and Contreras is retired to end the 10th. We go to the 11th inning of a 4-4 tie. Pete Alonso coming up again. Iglesias out for another inning of work with a 2-2 count. Iglesias coming to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alonso chased a pitch that was way outside. And now Iglesias is going to pitch to Jeff McNeil with a 1-strike count and 1 out. That's going to be a base hit into center. That's going to drop in front of the center fielder Santana for a single. Rosenthal now brought on to pitch. He has a full count, 1 out. Go ahead run on first. Rosenthal trying to get the Cubs out of the 11th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rosenthal strikes out Davis for the second out of the 11th. And now, Wilson Ramos is going to bat. Full count. Runner still on first. Rosenthal coming to the plate. That is low. It is ball 4. And that is going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs. And now Jed Lowry is going to bat. 1-1 count, 2 outs to Lowry. Rosenthal with the pitch. That's a base hit into center field. That's going to drive in the go-ahead run. The runner rounds third. He is heading home. The throw comes home. Oh, it looked like he was out, but the umpire signals safe. And Kerry Wood is coming out of the dugout. He looks like he might get thrown out of his very first game this year. He is hot. So the Mets now have a 5-4 lead going into the bottom of the 11th. Jason Kipnis batting with a 1-2 count. Diaz with the pitch. And he swings and misses, but the ball gets away. He heads down to first, and Kipnis is thrown out on the swinging strike 3 at first base. So that'll bring up Josh Phegley. Phegley with a 1-2 count and 1 out. And he chases a high fastball for strike 3. He is the second out of the 11th inning. Baez now the batter with a 1-ball count, 2 outs. Baez waiting for the pitch. And he pops it up. The shortstop goes back. And that is going to do it for this ball game, folks. The Mets win 5-4 in 11 innings. Thanks for watching Replacement Player Baseball.